pangkaunlaran ng agrikultura, lalong-lalo na sa lambak ng Cagayan. Salamat din sa mga pamahalaang lokal, mga iba't ibang ahensya ng gobyerno, mga samahan ng mga magsasaka, stakeholders, akademya at iba't ibang grupong nakakatulong sa pagpapalaganap ng mabuting gawain sa kabukiran. Salamat! Maraming salamat!
Maligayang pagdiriwang ng ika-10 anibersaryo DZDA-FM!
Ayan muli, happy 10th anniversary DZDA Radyo Pangkaunlaran. So magandang hapon po. Ako po ang makakasama nyo ngayong hapon. Ako po si Mayrich Soriano, writer mula sa InfoAce Unit ng Philippine Rural Development Project Regional Project Coordination Office 2. At ngayong hapon, makakasama po natin si Ma'am Maria Lourdes C. Corsino, ang ating SES officer po sa PRDP-RPCO 2. So amin pong ipinapakilala ang pinakabagong radio segment na pinamagatang PRDP Scale Up, kung saan binibigyang diin ang app na aming binigyang kahulugan ng Ulat Pangkanayunan. Ulat mula sa kanayunan para sa kanayunan. Dahil sa bawat ani may kwento at sa bawat komunidad may boses. Panahon na upang scale up natin ang boses ng kanayunan. Kaya't makinig, makisali sa PRDP Scale Up Ulat Pangkanayunan, ang bagong radio segment na inihahandog ng PRDP Regional Project Coordination Office 2 tuwing ikatlo ng Miyerkules ng buwan mula 1 o'clock hanggang 2 o'clock PM sa DZDA 105.3 MHz FM. Dito, tampok ang mga kwento ng progreso, ng programa at mga pagbabagong hatid sa atin ng komunidad. Layunin ng radio segment na ito na hikayatin ang ating mga LGUs na mamuhunan at higit pang suportahan ang mga interventions ng PRDP at maabot ang ating mga benepisyaryo ng PRDP at maitala ang kanilang mga kwento kung paano nakatulong ito sa mga proyekto upang mapabuti ang kanilang kabuhayan. Muli ngayong hapon, makakasama po natin si Ma'am Maria Lourdes C. Corsino, ang ating SES or Social and Environmental Safeguards Officer. Ngayon, hapon, ipapakilala natin kung ano ang Philippine Rural Development Project at kung paano ito patuloy na binabago ang buhay sa kanayunan. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon, Mayrich.
Yes, ma'am.
And good afternoon to everyone.
Apo. So, Ma'am Malu, maraming salamat po for accepting our invitation dito sa first ever na radio segment natin sa PRDP-RPCO2, ang PRDP Scale Up o Ulat Pangkanayunan. So, Ma'am Malu, ngayong hapon, ipapakilala natin sa ating mga viewers kung ano nga ba ang Philippine Rural Development Project. So, Ma'am Malu, what is PRDP po?
Ang Philippine Rural Development Project is a World Bank-supported project designed to establish the government platform for a modern, climate-resilient, and market-oriented agri-fishery sector. Sa project na ito, it partners with local government units and proponent groups in implementing key rural infrastructure and agri-based investments. To give our viewers an idea of the history of PRDP, nagsimula po ito noong 2014. And ito yung nagsimula ito doon sa sinasabi nating original loan, no? Original loan. 2014 to 2022.
Yes.
Nag-overlap from 2018 to 2022 yung phase na sinasabi nating additional financing 1, no? Additional financing 1. So yung entire phase ng original loan with GEF and the first additional financing spanned 2014 to 2022. Okay. Now, here came another financing, no? A fresh money coming from the European Union, and it was called the second additional financing that was implemented from 2022 to to actually 2025. Okay. So, itong scale-up din, nag-overlap. I mean, na-approve siya in 2024 hanggang it's going to last, expected to last until 2029. So, ito yung phases ng ating Philippine Rural Development Project, a World Bank-supported initiative or project lodged with the Department of Agriculture.
So thank you, Ma'am Malu. Ano nga ba yung objectives nitong PRDP, Ma'am?
Yung PRDP scale-up, yung statement kanina, is it aims to improve the farmers and fisherfolk access to markets and to increase income from selected agri-fishery value chains. And the expressed project development objectives are: first, increase in volume of marketed output, no? And we are speaking of in terms of percentage increase in the volume of the produce sold by the farmers. Another is increased farmers and fisherfolk income derived from agri-fishery commodities and product forms. And we are talking specifically about the percentage increase in the income of products marketed. Okay. The third project development objective is farmers and fisherfolks reach with agri-fishery services and assets. And we are talking here of the number of beneficiaries reached by the PRDP sub-projects. And when we talk of beneficiaries, we always disaggregate our beneficiaries in terms of gender and age. Ganon ang ano natin, no? Sa PRDP. So these are the project development objectives of the PRDP. It says that the aim of the PDOs are to improve farmers and fisher for access to markets and increase income from selected agri-fishery value chains. When we talk of project development objective 1, farmers and fisher folk reached by agri-fishery services and assets, we are talking of the number of beneficiaries reached by PRDP sub-projects. And the target is 450,000. No, 450,000. For project development objective 1B, we are talking of number of beneficiaries reached by PRDP sub-projects, females. And we are talking of 225,000 the target.
Ang dami, Ma'am.
Oh. And you notice na parang hati nung 450,000. Dapat ma-reach natin ang females na 225,000. So, again, we see here our emphasis on gender equality.
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Yung
Apa.
equal number of males and females that we are targeting. So, for project development objective 2, which is increase in volume of marketed output, we are talking of a baseline of 115,000 metric tons. And this is an increase of, we are talking of an increase of about 40%. For the increase in farmers and fisher folk income derived from agri-fishery commodities and product forms, we're talking of a baseline of 42,000. And we are targeting an increase of 30%.
30.
So yun yung ano natin, ang target natin sa PRDP when we talk of itong project development objectives. Okay?
Apo. So
Now,
generally, Ma'am, ang bottom line nitong mga PDOs is to improve our farmers or fisher folk access to markets and increase income.
Yes, yes. So that is the summary statement
Yes.
of our project development objectives. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
how would we, no? How do we intend to achieve these project development objectives as stated earlier? Now, we have the project components.
Yes.
We do this through the project components. I will be talking about the 5 components. We are only familiar with 4,
Four.
di ba,
Yes, ma'am.
Mayrich?
Yes, ma'am.
But we have a 5th component, which is only which is activated in times of crisis. No?
Oh.
Na-access natin yon. So,
Yes, ma'am.
on the project components, we have the local and national level planning, which is the I-plan.
I-plan component.
2% of the project cost is allocated for this. No? The I-plan component lays down the strategic framework in the context of overall project operations and implementation of interventions. This component seeks to operationalize the National Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization and Industrialization Plan, or the NAFMIP, through the systematic formulation of investment programs using science-based tools and approaches harmonized with national, regional, and provincial plans. So we have always been talking about yung science-based tools.
Yes,
Ito yung
ma'am.
sa emphasis natin din sa planning
I-plan,
aspect. Oo. Now we have the second component, no? The infrastructure development and marketing linkage, or the I-build. The I-build component focuses on delivering a climate-resilient access and value chain infrastructure support with the end goal of building up food distribution hubs and logistics system to provide unhampered mobility, access, and stable supply of food commodities with reduced transport, handling cost, thereby improving product quality and prices in target markets. We all know for a fact the importance of itong
I-build.
access, no? Access
Yes.
to markets. And added to that is the emphasis on unhampered, no, delivery of food supply.
Ma'am Malu, so mamaya, di ba, papahapyawan natin yung mga samples of projects na covered ng I-build.
Oo,
Apo,
sige.
tama.
Okay. Now, itong component naman na next ay yung enterprise development, ay yung sinasabi nating IRIP, yung bale kung minsan, kung i-mention natin ng IRIP is livelihood.
Yes,
Ganun na lang
ma'am.
dati, no? Shortcut natin. So, by the way, before I leave the I-build,
I-build.
79% of the project cost is targeted for I-build.
Sila ang may pinakamalaki, tama, ma'am?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
ito,
Apo.
infrastructure. And
Infrastructure.
although we always suggest or motivate local government units to not only look at the physical, which is the infrastructure, but also pagtuunan din nila ng pansin yung livelihood. Kasi ito
Yes.
yung magsusustain dun sa mga tao sa kanayunan. So yung enterprise development, which is IRIP, which has yung 13% of the project cost, it aims to engage broad sections of the sector in the production of marketable surplus through investments in strategic segments of priority commodity value chains and strengthening collaboration between DA and the local government units. It shall strengthen and develop viable agri-fishery-based enterprises through efficient value chain of key regional agri-fishery product. So ito yung this is how we intend to achieve the increase in income through the IRIP.
I-RIP.
Oo.
So, dapat partner talaga, ma'am, no? Tulad ng laging ine-emphasize ng ating Regional Executive Director and
Yes.
Project Director
Oo.
na kung saan may I-build, dapat may I-RIP din.
Oo.
Tama.
Kasi yun yung parang yun yung combination eh.
Opo.
Oo, yun ang gustong combination. And she has been very emphatic about this.
Yes.
Na dapat may IRIP tayo.
Opo.
Kung nagpo-propose din tayo ng I-build. No? Because the I-build should really be in support to the IRIP, which is the livelihood component. Now we go to the I-support. Ito yung maraming units under the project implementation support, which is allocated 6% of the project cost. The I-support component provides the backbone of the PRDP scale-up implementation. It ensures coordinated approaches and strategies among the I-Plan, I-Build, and I-REAP components by providing support for effective and efficient project management, project oversight, capacity building, strengthening complementary project staffing, technical assistance, and operating costs for the 6-year implementation. So, yun kasi yung implementation time frame ng PRDP scale up.
Yes, ma'am, 6 years.
So, I have discussed the 4 very familiar components of the PRDP. Now, we go to the 5th, which is what I said earlier. It has not been allocated a definite budget out of the total budget of PRDP, but this is it, the contingent emergency response component. This is called the CERC, C-E-R-C. This component serves as an ex-ante mechanism available to the government to gain rapid access to financing to respond to an eligible crisis or emergency. To respond to an eligible crisis or emergency. It would assume a zero allocation and could be activated based on the agreed triggers and specific operational guidelines. So, no, it's subject to the appreciation of the higher management, no?
Yes.
When this CERC can be accessed by the Philippine government.
Pero so far, ma'am, sa Region 2, hindi pa naman natin to na-activate, ma'am, no? Tama?
Wala pa.
Wala pa.
But if we are to, no, following the spirit of this CERC, if you recall yung mga SLPs, it is similar to yung objective nung SLPs before, no? Giving yung mga factors, etc. Doon when noong nasalanta tayo ng bagyo, the earlier part of the
Ma'am, by the way, ano po yung SLP, ma'am, para sa ating mga viewers?
Small livelihood projects. Okay, oo. Parang naging emergency intervention ng PRDP kasi at that time hindi ko na ma-recall kung ano yung bagyo noon.
Matagal-tagal naman.
During the phase original loan na ginrant nila ito sa mga municipalities nag-apply. So it was an intervention similar to the spirit of the CERC. Activated during that time. Wala na eh.
Wala.
After that, wala na.
Wala na.
So siguro they thought that it's something worth replicating kaya nagdagdag sila ng isang component na yung CERC.
Yes, ma'am. So, Ma'am Malu, you have discussed the project development objectives, the 5 components of the PRDP. Ngayon, ma'am, dako naman po tayo, sino-sino po yung mga target beneficiaries ng Philippine Rural Development Project?
Okay. Yung target beneficiaries ng ating scale-up, PRDP scale-up are, first, yung local government units sa provincial level, municipal, and city levels. And another is yung proponent groups, yung smallholder farms and fishers groups, farmers and fishers cooperatives and associations, yung FCAs, and clusters. Ang emphasis na ngayon is yung clustering of FCAs.
Yes, ma'am.
To maximize yung benefit ng project. And we also partner with the private sector through productive partnership and co-management arrangements. No, we have this already. Then, we also partner with DA-attached agencies and bureaus, the BAFE, the BSWM, banner programs, AMAS, PhilMec, and many more, no? And other relevant national government agencies. We find them at as members of the ARPAB, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Regional Project Advisory Board. So we have other relevant national government agencies like the DPWH, the DTI, the DILG, the Department of Agrarian Reform, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. We also have NCIP.
Yes, ma'am.
No, di ba? So we have this as our partners, private sector, attached agencies and bureaus of DA, and other relevant NGAs. Okay, so yun yung
So,
target,
target.
beneficiaries and partners.
Yes, ma'am. So, thank you, ma'am. So, dako naman tayo. Ito ang alam kong inaabangan ng lahat, ma'am. Gusto nilang malaman, though some LGUs have existing projects, sub-projects na, ma'am. Sa ibang LGUs pa na wala. Ano nga po ba, ma'am Malu, ang initial requirements for LGU participation in PRDP scale-up?
Okay. Unang-una, meron yung sinasabi nating, we always look for this. Number 1, letter of intent.
Yes.
And to participate, ang laman ng letter of intent na ito is the desire of the LGU to participate in PRDP scale-up as an implementing unit. As an implementing unit. The second is Sangguniang Bayan Resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter, sign, and execute a memorandum of agreement. A memorandum of agreement. The third is the approved and notarized memorandum of agreement forged between the Department of Agriculture and the local government unit. Okay. Then, after that, the local government unit will be asked to execute, the local chief executive will be asked to come up with an executive order creating what we call the Municipal Project Management and Implementing Unit, or the MPMIU. At the provincial level, PPMIU. Oo, okay. Then the fifth is the willingness and capacity to contribute the required equity to proposed sub-projects. So, while most of the funds to be spent on the sub-project will come from the bank,
Yes, ma'am.
the LGU will have also to raise a certain amount representing its equity.
Opo.
So, hindi talaga libre lahat.
Hindi lahat.
Hindi lahat.
Oo, ma'am.
Grant, no? Diba? Meron din silang
Counterpart.
Oo. Then, 6 is yung technical and organizational capability to execute sub-projects. Isa ito sa i-assess.
Yes, ma'am.
We have we have a note here that the MOA shall not be construed as an assurance for the approval of the sub-project or sub-projects, as the same shall be subject to the process of evaluation,
Yes.
applying the rules and procedures governing the project, and as established under the PRDP Scale-Up Operations Manual. So, once na nabuo yung MOA between DA and LGU, hindi yun automatic na, okay na, pasok na.
Pasok.
But there will be further evaluation to be done on this application to engage with PRDP. Yung mga requirements 1, 2, and 3 for the first four that I mentioned, the letter of intent, the SB resolution, the approved and notarized MOA, and the executive order creating the MPMIU or PPMIU for that matter, are supposed to be submitted to the regional project coordination office. So ito yung mga initial submissions.
Initial.
Oo.
Yes, ma'am.
Kaya yun yung lagi nating sinasabi na after briefing, tapos gusto nilang mag-engage, but it's not enough for them just to, express verbally their intention to engage with PRDP. But they should, first of all, come up with the requirements, the first 4, which are very important.
Tama, ma'am. So, parang gusto natin ihalin tulad ito, ma'am, since Hearts Month ngayon, no, na yung pinakauna is yung letter of intent. Tama, ma'am?
Oo.
Na hindi mo paano malalaman ng nililigawan mo kung hindi ka magsisignify ng iyong intention. And dapat kompleto yung requirements na kailangan.
Yes.
So, yun, tandaan po natin yung 6 na initial requirements for LGU PRDP participation sa PRDP scale-up. So, ma'am,
yung objectives ng MOA, no?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not just simply forging a relationship with the project, but the objectives of the MOA are first to establish the general engagement by and between the parties under PRDP scale-up, and to institutionalize the overall partnership between DA and the proponent LGU in integrated delivery of devolved agriculture and fisheries services. No? And second is to provide for the overall pre-implementation or preliminary preparatory technical support and coordination interventions by the DA.
Yes.
No? Which are meant to, in a way, capacitate the proponent LGU to fulfill its pertinent conditions or requirements for the approval of its proposed sub-projects. And third, to lay down the most fundamental roles and responsibilities of the DA on one hand, and the partner proponent LGU on the other, in the event that the proposed sub-projects are approved for implementation. So this mo will already guide them anong mga next step, no? Yung mga roles, responsibilities, at least initially meron natin silang idea kung saan patutungo.
Tama, ma'am. So, that's our role dito rin sa region, ma'am. So, moving forward, ma'am, ano nga po ba yung structure ng Regional Project Coordination Office, specifically dito po sa Region 2?
Dito sa regions, kasi sa lahat ng regions merong Regional Project Coordination Office, no? Tapos naka-cluster tayo as yung mga project support offices, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
So, ang RPCO structure is nasa on top of this is yung PRDP Project Director, who is the Regional Executive Director of the Department of Agriculture, Region 2,
Yes,
so, dito sa atin.
Si
So,
Dr. Rosemary Aquino.
yes, Regional Executive Director Rosemary G. Aquino. And she is the PRDP Project Director.
Yes.
Okay. Then, below assisting the project director is the PRDP Deputy Project Director.
Yes, ma'am.
No?
Si Ma'am K.S. Olivas.
Yes, si Ma'am RTD K.S. Olivas. Siya yung PRDP Deputy Project Director. Then under this, these two, we have yung mga component heads na ng I-Plan, then I-Build, I-REAP, I-Support. Under the I-Support, we have the following units: the Finance Unit, we have the Administrative Unit, Procurement, the Monitoring and Evaluation and Learning Unit, the Geomapping and Governance Unit, the Social and Environmental Safeguards Unit, and of course, yung InfoAce Unit.
At may pinakabago pa, ma'am, ang IDU or yung Institutional Development
Institutional Development Unit, the
Yes.
youngest,
Yes, ma'am.
the newly created unit,
Yes, ma'am.
under I-Support.
I-Support.
And this is headed by our RTD,
For operations
for
and
operations,
extension.
Dr. Boots Roberto Busanya. Doon sa structure na ito, no, under I-Plan, I-Build, I-REAP, I-Support, may dalawang yung mga staffing, may mga regular staff ng DA na sec, how do you call that, na assign? Oo, sa mga the various components,
Yes,
no? And aside from the hired consultants, okay?
May organic, ma'am.
May organic counterparts, may mga organic
Yes.
staff, no,
Yes.
under these components. Now, itong Regional Project Advisory Board, ito yung board na later on we will go to the function of this board. Mag-aano siya, no? Siya yung magre-review ng ng mga proposals.
Sub-projects,
Oo. And as I
proposals.
said earlier, this is composed, the Regional Project Advisory Board is chaired by
Yes.
our Regional Executive Director, Director Rosemary G. Aquino. And we have the other national government agencies sitting as members of the board. Now, may I also go ahead, no? Kasi related din yung structure sa provincial, city, and municipal MPMIUs
MPMIU.
doon sa structure natin sa DA.
Regional,
Oo,
oo.
sa regional. So, as I said earlier, isa sa mga requirements doon sa after writing one of the initial requirements is for the local chief executive to create an MPMIU, Municipal Project Management and Implementing Unit. So ito yung structure din. MPMIU head, merong or PPMIU head.
Yes.
Then we also have yung mirror ng ng components natin, iPlan, iBuild, iReap. Then they also have their
The
iSupport. Oo.
So, kompleto din sila, ma'am, no? Kung anong meron sa region, may ganong version naman sila sa province.
Oo, mirror. And ang main function ng PPMIU is for the overall planning, budgeting, procurement, and execution of PRDP sub-projects at the local level. So, yun ang kanilang primary function. Oo.
Okay, so yun po, nabanggit ni Ma'am Malu ang organizational structure ng RPCO or yung Regional Project Coordination Office at yung version naman ng Provincial or City or Municipal Project Management and Implementing Unit. So, ma'am, atin ding papahapyawan ang ating kung ano-ano ang mga all about ng ating mga components. Okay. Since sa next radio segment or episodes po natin, i-discuss din po ito isa-isa ng ating mga components. So, pahapyaw lang po ang ating gagawin.
Yeah.
So, let's start, ma'am, with the I-Plan or the National and Local Level Planning component.
We are just trying to introduce
Yes, ma'am.
PRDP to our viewers and listeners.
Ah,
So, yung I-Plan na sinasabi natin, actually dito nag-uumpisa. Dito tayo nag-uumpisa, no? Sa pag-implement ng ating project. Ang main objective ng I-Plan is to strengthen the framework and linkages for the delivery of devolved but integrated agriculture and fisheries services by the national and local government units anchored on the overall framework of the NAF-MIP. Now, what are our key strategies? No? The rollout of the regional perspective in the planning process based on PCIPs. Ito lagi yung unang tinatanong based on the provincial commodity investment plans. No? Then strengthen convergence with DA partners and private sector to develop and adopt the PCIPs. Third is the formulation of, for scale up, no? Formulation of the VCA for rice and corn. Then next is the utilization of digital platforms for decision-making process. For the fifth is guidance and capacity building related to Mandana's ruling, climate resilience, financing, credit, clustering, and consolidation, etc. Yes. So ito yung mga key strategies for that we have to look after in the I-Plan. And the expected outputs are enhanced VCA and PCIPs, value chain analysis. The second expected output is the Regional Agriculture and Fisheries Investment Portfolio, or what we call now the RAFIP, containing key interprovincial investment areas. So, ang pagpaplano, hindi na lang, alam mo yun, yung dito lang. But they have to look into the interprovincial dimension of the investment areas we identified. And the third expected output is issuances of guidance providing strategies and innovative approaches for investment planning. So yun yung ng ating national and local level planning or yung sinasabi natin na I-Plan.
Ma'am, speaking of RAFIP pala, according to the I-Plan component po, starting 2026, this document shall serve as the basis for the prioritization of sub-project proposals po. And this Regional Agriculture and Fishery Investment Portfolio or RAFIP, ma'am, was already signed and approved by our Regional Executive Director and was already endorsed po sa NPCO. So, anyway, overview lang naman tayo, ma'am. So,
Yeah.
later on, this will be discussed further by the I-Plan component.
Yes. So we are talking of PCIPs and
Yes,
RAFIP.
ma'am. Yes,
No?
ma'am.
So yun yung mga main documents,
Yes.
reference documents natin
Sa
when sa I-Plan.
Apo.
So
Yes.
let's keep that in mind.
Yes, ma'am.
The next component is yung rural infrastructure market linkage, or the I-Build. And the main objective of I-Build is to deliver climate resilient access and value chain infrastructure support to build up efficient food distribution hubs and logistics systems. So yung ease in the delivery of
Yes.
food, no? Then the key strategies is construction of climate resilient infrastructures, yung mga farm to market roads, bridges, irrigation, potable water system, and value chain infrastructure support that are public good in nature. Yung mga warehouse, mga warehouses. Second strategy is to enhancement of the prioritization criteria for infrastructure. For example, automatic priority for new LGUs, for those who are who just entered or engaged with
Yes.
PRDP recently, and high priority for good performing LGUs. May mga LGUs din na nakakadalawa na, nakakatatlo na.
Tama, ma'am. Opo.
So they have proven their record in very efficient project implementation. Okay. So third is strengthen screening guidelines for FMRs and contribute to FMR network plan. And the fourth key strategy is capacity building for LGUs on new guidelines and operations and maintenance, O&M. So very important ito kasi we know for a fact na after project implementation, for a time, hine-handhold pa rin ng PRDP yung kwan. Minomonitor pa rin natin na kung pa yung project, the project is still operational, ganun. So, for a time, hindi natin ina-abandon kaagad yung project. Pag natapos, may turnover, hindi ganon sa PRDP. We handhold them, we still guide them after some time, after the project has been completed. So, ito yung strategy sa
PRDP.
I-Build sa PRDP. Expected outputs, of course, we have the very popular farm-to-market roads, bridges, irrigation, and potable water system. And of course, yung value chain, infra support, operating in strategic areas. Kasi pati dun nga sa prioritization, tinitignan din ng I-Build itong yung strategic areas where this value chain infrastructure are proposed to be located. Or implemented.
Yes. So, ulitin lang po natin, ma'am, ang mga sub-project types na covered ng I-Build: farm-to-market road with bridges, irrigation system, potable water supply level 2, and other value chain rural infrastructures.
Okay. Yung potable water supply hanggang level 2 lang tayo.
Okay.
There was a time that we wanted to expand it, but hanggang level 2
Level
lang
2
tayo.
lang.
Sa PRDP.
Sige, ma'am. Dako naman po tayo sa IRIP component. Discuss po natin, ma'am, yung mga sub-project types by amount and by value chain segment.
Sa IRIP.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yung sub-project types by amount, we have yung small, medium, and large enterprise. By value chain segment naman, ito yung mga usual na types, consolidation, no? So consolidation for this commodity, for mango, for citrus, etc. Post-harvest, no? Another is for processing, and of course marketing, which is very important sa sa marketing.
So yun ang all about IREP component, ang overview or the enterprise development component.
So, yung sa consolidation, if we may just give an example, buying and packaging centers for high-value crops or logistics service facilities. Then for post-harvest, silos, controlled environment, dry, cold storages. Meron tayo nito warehouses with post-harvest equipment.
Importante din yan, ma'am. Opo.
Yes, ito yung mga usual na ano din for sa mga LGUs. For marketing naman, ito yung food supply hubs like trading posts, trading centers, large-scale food terminals. Ito yung nature nung type ng IREP proposals.
How about sa ma'am? Processing po.
Sa processing, we
Yes.
have food and non-food processing facilities, integrated processing centers.
Yes.
Ang mga kinds of sub-projects under processing.
So yun yung mga covered ng IREP component.
Yes, oo.
So, ma'am, for the last component, the project implementation support or the I-support component, ano nga ba itong mga units na under I-support component, ma'am?
Sana ba yung I-support component natin? I-support. We have, under I-support, we have the finance unit. Sila yung, of course, take care of our, sila yung
Sa disbursement.
sila nagmo-monitor ng disbursement, etc. Then yung admin unit, meron din tayong mga personnel matters, sila they handle. Then the procurement unit, ito very very vital ito na kuwan sa atin.
Yes,
Yung
ma'am. Procurement unit.
natin, oo. And the monitoring and evaluation and learning unit. This used to be just yung monitoring and evaluation unit.
Dati, ma'am,
But
no?
na-enrich siya, na-enhance siya, yung dinagdag yung learning unit. Oo. And now, they are handling also our database.
Tulad ng
Diba?
mga sidlan.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is
MIS.
an improvement from the old PRDP, from the first original loan. Then we have the GGU, the Geomapping and Governance Unit. Kuminsan ito yung inuuna natin, especially sa iBuild. Inuuna natin para kasi maraming implication yung site
Kailangan
Minsan,
i-geotag, ma'am.
Oo, ma-geotag. Yung mga mapa, dapat silipin natin kung yung proposed area ng sub-project na, like for example, value chain rural infrastructure, yung VCRI, hindi ba siya situated sa production area, yung ganun. So, sinisilip natin yung mga yun na bagay-bagay before So, ang sistema natin sa PRDP is nag-evolve na rin Noon, ganito ang process. But, noong may mga issues na nag-emerge, like, we'll have to look into yung site first. So, this come into play, yung role ng GGU. So, we complement each other naman on site. Alam naman natin na when we validate, we go there as a team.
As a team.
So,
Tama.
I have my lens
Yes.
sa SES, may lens din ang GGU. So, nagko-complement tayo when we are on site. Kaya, siguro, wag lang ma-overwhelm ang LGU kung sinasabi nilang mag-validate ang PRDP, ang dami natin. But we look through different lenses kasi. So, we would not like to leave anything unnoticed or
as a
hindi
team
na-assess. So,
talaga.
as a team. Kasi may kanya-kanya tayong concern. That's why we go down to the LGUs as a team. Marami tayo, yes. Kasi we have different concerns. And we look through different lenses at the one proposal.
And ma'am, tama, di ba? Right after every validation, may exit con or parang discussions about the findings and recommendations din para sa
Mga
ating
initial.
ma'am, LGUs.
And we come up with a report, validation report, signed by everyone who was on site. No? So, from the very start, talagang documented na yung ating proseso. And this is where this will be the basis of our evaluation and subsequent actions after yung validation natin.
Yes, ma'am. Yun ang maganda. Accuracy and transparency are always ensured. So, next unit, ma'am, yung SES.
Yung social and environmental safeguards. Ito yung unit na it cuts across, of course, most of the units under I support naman cuts across the components. But itong SES kasi may mga maraming lenses na ginagamit.
Yes.
Like for example, we are talking of 9 frameworks. No? So these are the 9 tools that we use in SES. So may mga concerns as diverse as today for one sub-project you are looking at issues on right of way. Next is you are looking at the environmental issues. Ito ba ay is this proposed FMR leading to a protected area? So mga ganun.
Madaming sako pang SES.
Yeah. Another is yung ating indigenous people. Isa yan
Tama.
sa mga emphasis. No? Saka yung gender and development concerns din. We also have yung, maraming concerns the environment, sa environment na lang, marami na tayong, mga areas of concern na that we look into sa social and environmental safeguards. Even the social aspect, yung sa consultations na lang, we have to conduct these consultations so that we will really get the unadulterated response of people who are the intended beneficiaries
Tama, ma'am.
and the project affected persons. Ang guideline nga sa amin is sa consultation, dapat 100% ng project affected persons are consulted.
Tama, ma'am.
Kasi all voices should be heard.
Yes.
Ganon. And we are inclusive.
Tama,
No? We also have our concern about the senior citizens. O napoprofile
The youth.
yan sa amin ko,
Yes,
di ba?
ma'am.
Yeah, the single parents. So, all these concerns fall under our social and environmental safeguards. Oo.
So yun. And the last
Then,
2 units, ma'am, InfoAce and
Yung
IDU.
InfoAce. Oo, ito yung kuwan natin. IDU muna. So yung Institutional Development Unit, it seeks to, strengthen yung kuwan ng PRDP. And of course, our InfoAce. Ito yung nag-uulat tungkol sa PRDP. Oo. Ulat sa, ano ba yung sinabi nyo?
Ulat Pangkanayunan, ma'am.
Pangkanayunan. Okay. So, ito yung ating advocacy arm. Bale, yung InfoAce. And, wala namang ganitong mga forum kung hindi din initiative ng ating InfoAce o naipaalam sa kanayunan, sa mga tao sa kanayunan tungkol sa project na ito. And later on, in subsequent episodes of itong PRDP, you will be treated to some success stories.
Yes.
Diba? Magandang ibahagi din sa kanila kung ano yung mga
I-feature.
pinagdaanan ng PRDP
ma'am.
all these years, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Ilang taon na rin.
And we will invite some of our beneficiaries din, ma'am.
Yeah,
Pwede
oo,
in person
pwede.
or via phone call.
Oo,
ma'am.
para sila na rin ang magsasabi. Oo.
Yes.
Kung paano mag-implement ng
Ang PRDP.
project ang PRDP.
Yes.
Siyempre, maraming skeptics, maraming it's just one of those projects. But we would like to say this, no? With our heads held high,
Yes.
that we are proud that the way we do things in PRDP is something to be emulated.
Yes, ma'am.
No? Even our, the systems have been well thought of, and kung minsan, of course, sa implementation lang nagkukulang, but there are checks, no? There are safeguards that we follow. Kaya, lagi tayong bumabalik on track. Konting balik on track. So, That
Yun
is
nga,
PRDP in a
That is
capsule.
PRDP. Yun nga,
Oo.
ma'am. Yun nga, ma'am, we continually work para dun sa ating mission na enabling communities and expanding opportunities.
Yes.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Maria Lourdes C. Corsino, our SES officer. At sa ngalan po ng buong PRDP RPCO2 team, led by our Project Director, Dr. Rosemary G. Aquino, and Deputy Project Director, Ma'am K. S. Olivas. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig at ako po ang inyong nakasama ngayong hapon, Mayrich T. Soriano, together with Ma'am Maria Lourdes C. Corsino. Live po tayo dito ngayon sa DZDA 105.3 MHz FM, Radyo Pangkaunlaran. Magandang hapon po at maraming salamat sa pakikinig.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kauna-unang